Good morning, Facebook. I just wanted to say this because when I was typing, it was getting a little too long, and I was just making a video, and that thing cut off on me. It said it was too long. So anyway, um, just wanted to say a couple things. Y'all know I'm in a sales environment. I don't consider myself anywhere near a salesperson. I'm not motivated by money, so it's really like the oddest environment I could ever be in. But it's where God has me, so it's very interesting, and actually, it just causes me to rely on Him and not myself because I'm out of my element, or I feel like I'm out of my element. But He's equipping me. So anyway, I've said in the past because my job pussy, jobs tend to put these goals that they want you to meet on you, and it's not that they're not attainable, but sometimes they're just a little more out of reach than what you can do, especially things that are beyond your control. In sales, it's beyond your control. I go hard. I go really, really hard at work because I work as if I'm working for God and not for man. And that's who I'm aiming to satisfy. But even with that, like I go home, I study. I definitely study. I'm not even not trying to brag or anything, but I'm beyond my peers because I'll go home. I will study the product. I will study objections, and then not only that, I will make lists and all my notes, and then I will bring them to work and I'll share them with everybody. Just yesterday, I had came up with a bunch of verbiage that I felt would be helpful, which it did help some people. But I printed. I had the supervisors, print it out, give it to everybody because I'm not trying to, take it all for myself by any means. If you can do better with it, do it. You know what I mean? So and my reward or my joy would come in you being able to God placing it on me where to look to get verbiage for you to be successful. You know what I mean? Because maybe you don't have time to do that, or maybe you're not thinking about that. So anyway, I just like to help you build up your arsenal as a salesperson because I don't feel like I'm a salesperson. So anyway, in the past I've told people because when a job comes in here and they like, oh, this is our goal for the week, and they done lifted it from 10 times what it was last week, and you can do it. No, and those unrealistic expectations, I've always called it the carrot. So I would be like, man, they not gonna dangle this carrot in front of my face. I know who I serve, I know whose I am, and I know I'm gonna do my best for him. So whatever I do, whether it meet their standards or not is not my concern. I'm not even that's not my problem. You know what I mean? Because I already know I'm gonna always put my best foot forward, and God has taught me a lot since my last job because I've learned how to keep my mouth shut, be quiet, and just hold my tongue on issues. So I don't have as much drama as last time because I wanted to fight every battle, and but now I just be like, you know what? That's your company, you do that. But as far as me, I'm going to be my best for the Lord. So anyway, I'm reading today my devotional because spending time with God in the morning really helps me out because I've heard a lot about He'll speak to you and He'll bring it to you, but until I started doing it, that's when I really started figuring out, yeah, there's really something to this. He does talk to me. So it's ironic because I'm reading the devotional today and it says, someone wrote in their devotional, He will not dangle a carrot in front of me, knowing I can't obtain it, which is so true. That really helps me out going forward just because I know. So when my job comes in and they got these goals and this, that, and the third, I'm not going to ask God, God, let me make the goal because that might not be God's purpose for me at this job. And clearly it has not been. He's taken care of the goal and I have not asked. There have been some days when I said, God, just keep me because I do not want to go in this place today. I need you. And those are days He would put the most money on the board. Now, I do ask Him, to guide my words and things like that and touch the people that I'm talking to that maybe they'll be receptive. But beyond that, I'm not going to ask God to bless me financially because many situations, the money done dipped on me. I mean, many. But God, somehow I look back and I'll say, there's no way I could have done that. There's no way that was me or my doing. I didn't even, that amount of money wasn't even coming to me this month. I mean, when unexpected things, tires, I've had to had tires that cost me a one tire $100 that I wasn't expecting, and I mean on a budget of zero, and everything still worked out. So I don't trust money. I don't put my trust in money. I don't look for it. I don't seek it. I don't whatever God feels like He wants to bless me with, He can bless me with. So anyway, another thing I would do, like I said, I study. And I used to do it a whole lot. Like every night I'd come home and, I was just as faithful as studying for this job as I was my Bible. And, I haven't been doing that. And then a couple months ago, when it was time to get ready to go back to work, I started to pick up my pen and study, and something told me, or not something, the Holy Spirit told me, put that pen down. And I put my pen down, and I put that notebook down, and I picked up my Bible. And that's what prepared me to go back, not me studying the material or anything like that. That Bible, I need to be in it every day, because I need to be able to dictate my situation through Jesus, through God. So anyway, today, like yesterday, I wrote in my prayer journal that, why, Lord, like, why am I working so hard? Why do I do all of this extra? Because I did the other night come up with some other stuff and some other verbiage that I shared with the team. But I said, why am I doing all this extra? And see, it's not working. I feel like I'm doing it for nothing. And I used to feel bad when I have feelings like that, but that's not uncommon. Like, those are the reasons that we continue to seek Him, because, if we didn't have doubts or issues, we wouldn't seek Him. So, anyway, I read then, I'm covered with God's favor, and it has nothing to do with my ability or inability. Okay. So that means there's really nothing I can do to go beyond what God is going to do. And there's nothing I can study. I mean, you could study for a test or whatever and fail. So I just am learning, put my total faith and totally depend on God for everything. There's nothing you can study for this life, or there's nothing you can study for your job. Ultimately, I mean, all of those things I will not say are for naught, but they can be if you're not trusting God first. So if I look to God and He tell me to study, but then when He tell me stuff like, it has nothing to do with my ability or inability, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. Just like Him not dangling a carrot in front of me, knowing I can't obtain it. So when my job give me an unrealistic goal, although no goal is unrealistic for God, but when my job gives me a goal like that, I know this is not of God. So I'm gonna do my best. But at the end of the day, He wouldn't dangle a carrot in front of me that He knows I can't obtain. And again, it's all Him. I just wanted to share with y'all. It was too much to type. I will say, yesterday, coworker was like, but, he's complaining, I want to make money, da, 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 da. And I said, well, I don't care about the money. Well, we need money to pay bills, and that, money does pay bills. However, I don't need money to pay my bills. I need God to pay my bills. I done had plenty of days where I didn't have money and bills got paid. So, I'm one thing that's coming to me a lot, victory through Jesus. So I'm just really focusing and meditating on victory through Jesus. I just want to build this relationship, and I don't need money. I don't need this job. I don't need, God gives me this stuff, but I don't need it. He going to take care of me. Whatever I do need, I'm seeking Him first, and He's going to add everything. So that should be your focus. Seek Him first, and He will add everything. Do not try to be pleasing these jobs. Please your Lord. Okay? Love y'all.